Hello, YouTube! Hello! Hello. I am Katie Green. Now, as you might know, if you know me and you're watching this, I have a video up already. I don't recommend watching it. I didn't know what I was doing. Don't watch it. It'll be awful. See, now I'm going a different route. I'm going down books. Books are gonna be my new thing. So today, it's a mix of a lot. It's favorites, recommendations, and books I got this year, as in for Christmas and my birthday, all in one. So let's get started, shall we? Okay. It's the first book in the Switched by Amanda Hocking. The first book in the Trial trilogy. The second book is Torn by Amanda Hocking. And the third book is Ascend. I got these for Christmas. I'm only halfway through Switched. I have a huge TBR pile, and this is started to read, but need to restart and get back into it on my pile of to-be reads. Most of this video will be to-be reads. Not most of it. Most of it's, you'll have to wait and see. So, Switched. All I know so far of this trial world is it follows a girl named Wendy. Wendy is the worst name for her. The name Wendy is awful. It doesn't fit her. In the beginning, her mom tries to kill her because she thinks she's not her child. And then 12 years later, boom, she's right. Either way, I recommend this series to you because it is amazing. From what I've read and from what I've heard, a lot of my friends who read, which aren't many of them, but I'm trying to get more with you guys, you amazing guys, is try to everyone who reads tells me how amazing these series are and that I need to get into it. Ooh, they're mixed up. That I need to get into it. So I'm going to try to. I'm going to try to read these by spring break. Spring break, I'm gonna have this series read. Okay, next. And then it's A Tale Dark and Grim by Adam Gidwitz, and In a Glass Grimleaf by Adam Gidwitz. These I went with my aunt to the book spot, and I got the first one signed. It says, "To Katrina, beware and enjoy, Adam Gidwitz." And the second one says, "To Katrina, warning, this one's worse, Adam Gidwitz." If you don't know Adam Gidwitz, you need to know Adam Gidwitz. Adam Gidwitz takes the grim fairy tales and makes them even more dark and grim. See? Tale Dark and Grim, In a Glass Grimleaf. You get it, but they're awesome. And the third book is out I checked it out from my school library, and I felt like I read all those stories. I don't know why. It's just I felt like I read all of them before. Because, like, I don't know. I felt like I read all of them before. I felt like look, the first book, it literally, like, says, once upon a time, in a kingdom called Grimm, an old king lay on his deathbed. He was Hansel and Gretel's grandfather, but he didn't know that, for neither Hansel nor Gretel had been born yet. And then it says, once upon a time, it says, that's the actual, like, book writing. And then he interrupts as the narrator and does, like, full, like, he warns you about the book. Like, he warns you, like, don't read ahead. Like, he says, okay, if you have kids, go call the babysitter. Get the babysitter over here and get them gone. Don't read this book to your kids, because they will have nightmares. They will have nightmares. If any little kid is caught reading this book, watch out for them waking up in the middle of the night screaming. They are scary, they are dark, and they are grim. Now, sadly, I have loaned my aunts my books. And one of them, they're the first in series. I have loaned them series that I thought they could, like, start on reading, that would, like, start them to get into reading more. So, I loaned them my Splintered. My first one. The first one is called Splintered, and the second one is Unhinged, and it's by A.G. Howard. Keyword, the author's name. You need to know this author if you don't know her. A.G. Howard. I have been to book signings. I have the second and the first book signed. My first book is signed. My first book says it says to Katrina. The second one does. Embrace the Madness, A.G. Howard. Now every book, her third book, Ensnared, just came out. But look at the Unhinged cover. Like, look. And her print is in a different color. Like, her print is colored. Splintered, it's in purple font. Her font is in purple. This one, it's more of a, like, brownish scarlet. Like a brown scarlet. And it's so pretty. Like, look at the cover. Look, that's the chapter beginning. Like, look, that is just gorgeous. She makes her books look so intriguing, but then you read them and it's like way more intriguing than even the cover was. You need to know A.G. Howard if you don't know her. You need to. Go out and buy Splintered, Unhinged, and Ensnared. It's the Splintered trilogy. You need to know this. You need to know this world. It's dark, weird, and twisted. This richly drawn, refashioning of Carol's classic fantasy provides readers with more than just an alternative version of Wonderland. More than just an alternative vision of Wonderland. The book is equal parts thrilling fantasy, adventure, poignant family drama, and journey of self-discovery, offering a distinctive and original story that remains faithful to the spirit of its source. That was praise for Splintered. Basically, this world that you will be entering is a messed up, twisted, rat version of Lewis's Carol Adventures in Wonderland. But it follows this girl, and her name is Alyssa. Yeah, right? Alyssa Gardner. Her great-great-great-grandmother was Alice Little, and she inspired Lewis Carroll to do his Alice's Adventure in Wonderland, and it is just amazing. The girl, the main protagonist, kick butt. She's kick butt. She's like bad. badass. She's awesome. But still, you need to know. Just check it out. Next on my list. This is really sad. It's really sad. It's really sad. If I Stay. I have only read the first book. I have not gotten my hands on Where She Went. I have not gotten my hands on it yet. I don't have it on Nook. I don't have it on paperback. But I shall be getting it very soon. I need to collect my books. I went out and bought books the other day, and I bought the Home Mortal Instruments series and Home Infernal Devices, except for Clockwork Angel. Now, we will get there in a moment. We need to finish all this first. Gail Forman. Never mind. She, amazing writing. She is so awesome. Like, it pulls you in from the very beginning. It's contemporary. I don't really read contemporary. The Fault in Our Stars was what got me into contemporary. And then, If I Stay was just like another good contemporary. And I need to get my hands on more Gail Forman books. Like, I need more Gail Forman. I need more of her. I need more of her. I need more of her. I need to read this. Next book. It's an incomplete quad. It's a 4-book series. I only have the first one. The second one is Endless Night. I don't know the third one, and the fourth one, there is going to be a fourth one. It's not out yet. It doesn't even have like a title or a cover or anything. But look, it's like all pretty, and look at the gold. This is Poison Princess. The Arcana Chronicles by Kresley Cole. First one, Poison Princess. It follows this kick-butt girl, Evangeline Green. She has visions, and then her visions come to life. And the tarot cards, like the tarot deck cards, they're like battling. Like, everyone's battling in this post-apocalyptic. It's post-apocalyptic. Post-apocalyptic. It is amazing. I need to get my hands on the other movie. I mean, not movie. The other books. Like, I need to get my hands on them. It is amazing. Now, oh, that's a growing pile. I do not want to pick these up. Okay, so I went to Half Price Books the other day, and I have seen this movie. I have seen the movie adaptation, and I really wanted to get the book. I wanted to read the book before I saw the movie, but I didn't have the book, and the movie was on TV. Like, my dad was watching the movie, so I'm like, oh well, I'll just watch the movie. It won't spoil anything. Spoilers! Don't watch the movie before you read the book, ever. Do not ever do that. Just don't. It's the Maze Runner. I was looking for the book in matching covers to all these. The Scorch Trials, the Death Cure, and the Kill Order, which are the next 3 books in the Maze Runner series by James Dashner. I've tried getting into this, as you can see, as most of my books I have tried to get into and I have gotten into. But this one, I haven't been having the time. I haven't found the time to read it. And yes, it's shiny, but it's the movie cover. And yes, it looks intriguing, but look. I freaking got movie adaptation pages in my book. I didn't want this. I didn't sign up for this to be in my book. I mean, of course, Dylan O'Brien is hot, and so is Thomas Brady Sangster. But I did not sign up for that. Anyway, I'm trying to get into the series. I really like it so far. Just, I also got it the other day, so yeah. Next is Up. Again, the first book in a trilogy. I have read this, and I have loved it. It is called Wither. It's in the Chemical Garden trilogy, and it's kind of bland, unless you look at the spine when it's naked. Like, look. Naked, look at that spine. Like, it's just so pretty. What does it remind you of? Does it remind you of a family tree? Does it? Does it? Does it? Because that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be. This book is the first book in a trilogy, and I think I've already said that, but still. The second one, I think, is Sever, and then the third one is Fever, or I'm getting them backwards. Just go look it up on Goodreads. Goodreads is awesome. But, just look at the cover. This book is about a girl. Her name is, what is her name? What is her stinking name? Ryan Ellery. This book, basically, have you seen the Sister Wives? Like, they have been forced into polygamy because when they tried to make cures for cancer and all those good diseases, they got them. They got these cures. They got the cures for all these stinking diseases. But it caused the next generation of kids and children to die. Not be born, stillbirth. That would be the end of life as we know it, and we don't want that. But men die at 25, and women die at age 20? 20, right? 20? Yeah. Young girls are captured and thrown into dark vans at the age of 13 because when they turn 13, they are able to bear children. So, the rich men of this earth go out and find multiple wives, and they have children. It's actually a lot better than I'm making it sound. Okay, it's a lot better. It's good. Like, I have seen a ton of people like this. Like Natasha from Chashopolis. I love her YouTube channel. Don't know her, but I want to. I want to know all my favorite YouTubers, but I can't. Well, booktubers. But she has this on her bookshelf, and so does Kat. And I cannot remember her name. By the way, Kat and Natasha both have this whole trilogy. And if you guys are watching this, and maybe Christine too, you guys are like awesome for having all these books. And if all of you are on here, Cassandra Clare's coming up. So, yes, if you've stuck with me this far. Just go out and read that. Look at this pile. It's huge. That's all the books. And I'm going to be lifting that. Okay. And I have, like, all these books left. I'm lifting that today. And I just got a big-ass book. Okay. It's a contemporary set in America with a British girl from in the 1940s. I don't know how to explain it. It's good. I I've read it multiple times. There's secrets, but it's more like contemporary secrets. Like, it's not big, dark secrets. You know? It's not big, dark secrets. It's good secrets. It's kind secrets. It's secrets that you are expecting, but then when you finally get to hear them, they come unexpectedly. Oh, don't fall over. Don't. Stay. Okay. Okay, one last book before I get to Cassandra Clare. Cassandra Clare's awesome. So, Divergent by Veronica Roth. Oh, I forgot to do the last couple authors. Romeo and Juliet Code is by Phoebe Stone. And Wither, the Chemical Garden Trilogy, is by Laura DeStefano. Let's just do that. This book series, if you haven't read it, it's a trilogy. It is Divergent, then it's Insurgent, then it's Allegiant. If you haven't read this, you need to go out and buy it ASAP. Like, this is one of my favorite book series ever. It is one of the best book trilogies and series ever that I have read. And sadly, I only have Divergent. And look, it's all battered up. And I have, like, scenes highlighted in my book. I have it highlighted. That's all pink highlighter. And then I have this highlighted in orange highlighter. Like, I like to highlight my favorite parts in books, and I like to note tab them. Like, when I get to Cassandra Clare books, I just got all my Cassandra Clare books. So, when you see them, they're going to be bookmarked and highlighted. Some of them I haven't read yet. So, keep in mind, they won't be booked and highlighted. So, this one, just, if you haven't read it, it follows this kick-butt girl named Triss, who you just need to read it. It's better to go into this not knowing anything, except for that the main character is so kick-butt. Just know that. She's kick-butt. Okay, now it's on to Cassandra Clare, people. Cassandra Clare. So, I lent City of Bones, my City of Bones book, to my aunt. And I lent it to her on Thursday, so I haven't gotten it back. But I haven't seen her since Thursday. So, that's okay. But it was the movie cover, and all my other books are in perfect cover. Where's Fallen Angels? Fallen Angels. Lost Souls. Heavenly Fire. Clockwork Prince. Where's Clockwork Princess Fudge? Crap. And Clockwork Princess. See, that's not even on my Cassandra Clare books. On my pile. And I lent it to her, and I am literally thinking of buying this. Who doesn't want that as their cover? That's a good cover. So yes, basically that's how I do things. But I just got City of Heavenly Fire yesterday, and I haven't been able to read much. And they looked, well, if you haven't read Cassandra Clare's Mortal Instruments series, where have you been? Have you been living under a rock? Have you? Or, better yet, her infernal devices! I don't have Clockwork Angel, which is the first one. I am getting that next week. I have Clockwork Princess and Clockwork Prince, but I don't have Clockwork Angel, and it's making me sad. Like, it's making me like really sad because I want my complete trilogy of right here, and it would be standing there tall and afar and framely and amazingly, and it's not there. So see, I just want it. So if you haven't read any Cassandra Clare, I need you to go leave this video now, after you subscribe, and go look up Cassandra Clare, Veronica Roth, A.G. Howard, Gail Forman. You need to look up these authors because they are like the best authors in this world. And you need to know them. You do. You can't not know these authors. So if you're trying to get into reading, if you're trying to get into reading, I recommend this to everyone. I recommend either Divergent, let's get that in the thing, or like if you're trying to get into reading or fantasy or something, or anything, or the Trial series. Oh, that's not clear. Or the Trial series. Trial series. Like these two series. This one, trolls, witches. I think there's witches. I don't know. I've not gotten into it that much yet. But from what I know, it's pretty good. I'm going to have such a hard time stacking all these books. Divergent, if you want to be in a more young adult sci-fi dystopian kind of read, Divergent. But if you just want to get into like fantasy, this series, I mean, it goes, the first book's kind of slow, and I've just started the first book. Like, it's really intriguing. Super duper intriguing. The first book says, first thing, it says switch, and it says, 11 years ago, a couple things that made that day stand out more than any other. It was my 6th birthday, and my mother was wielding a knife. Not a tiny steak knife, but some kind of massive butcher knife glinting in the light like in a bad horror movie. She definitely wanted to kill me. This is a good fantasy book so far. I've read it. It's a trilogy. Trial. You need to read it if you want to get into fantasy. Or Divergent. For anything, really. Let's see if I can stack these. Let's attempt this. Let's see. We're going to see if I can do this.